Ready, action. We're rolling. Welcome to another exciting episode of Survive Unplugged, where you get to explore life through the perspective of a different individual. And today's episode is the more you practice, the better you get. I'm going through this thing with this YouTube channel video, doing these videos, and also playing the harmonica. And it's just a stumbling block for me. So I'm learning a lesson that I taught my daughter when she was a kid, but I just gave her sort of the textbook version, and she brought it to life. And this is going to be one of the videos in my series, Letters to My Daughter. I'm writing this series of letters just for her to encourage her, young woman, that kind of a thing. And then I want to take that in some kind of a way, create some kind of a book for the general public, for all the daughters of the world. So anyway, this is one titled "The More You Practice." Thank you, baby girl. Oh, let me get my little notes here. See? Oh, begin with the end in mind. Pick that up from Seven Habits of Highly Effective People when I first started my career as an accountant some years ago, over 20 years ago. Anyway, in order to begin with the end in mind, I'm gonna share with you the objective of this video. Being a dad has its joys, and one of them is observing the growth of an amazing human being. You are a gift from God, and Dad is the proof. I am a better man for having gone through that process with you, sweet girl. Never forget those qualities that make you special, and continue to share them with others. You will enrich their lives just as you've enriched mine. I love you, sweet girl. That'll never change. Now, have mercy, y'all. I'll take you there. I hope I don't get a strike. All right, let's see. All right, did all of that stuff. Okay. One day, picking up my daughter from school, on any other day like any other day. We're coming home, we're in the car, it's just the two of us. I think we were in the Jeep. And she came on, she told me, "Daddy, I joined the band." And I'm thinking, well, you can't sign anything, so but make this decision on for yourself. Give them a little bit of rope to go on, empowerment, that kind of a thing. So and I don't know, just looking at this thing, I'm kind of nervous. I'm always nervous like that. But anyway, I'll get over. I got to practice. The more I practice, the better I get, right? So I sit here and I'm thinking, all right, band, we join the band. So what instrument you want to play? Trumpet, Daddy. Trumpet. Now, in my mind, trumpet's a voice instrument. So I'm thinking, well, what about the flute, the clarinet, the violin? No, Daddy, trumpet. Are there any other girls playing trumpet? No, Daddy, it's all boys. I want to play the trumpet. The trumpet it is. All right, we're going to play the trumpet. So we get to the point where we have to go and actually pick up the trumpet. So we went to the Simonetti's and got a trumpet. Same place, I think. Yeah, same place we bought her piano. She had been taking piano a year or so before, but I don't know, lost interest or whatever. But we went to the same place, got the little instrument, the trumpet, and she started playing, joined the trumpet, band. So I'd say probably about after a month, again, on our way home from school, she says, "Daddy, I want to quit the band." And I don't play a musical instrument. I don't know what it takes to learn and be good at a musical instrument, but I had to come up with something. Because it's the same today as it was then, sweet girl. Daddy wants you to succeed. I want her to succeed. So I had to come up with something out they don't come with instruction manuals, man. A lot of times you got to think off your feet. So I said, "Hey, listen, you just have to practice more." And I came up with this: the more you practice, the better you get. The better you get, the more you like it. The more you like it, the more you want to practice. The more you actually want to practice, the more you'll practice. And the more you practice, the better you get. The better you get, the more you like it. The more you like it, the more you want to practice. The more you want to practice, the more you like it. The more you practice, the more you practice. And then that became a game with us. Come on, say it with me. And we created like a little game. And just trying to stick it in our subconscious that, it's sort of like a cyclical process. And I went through something similar with math. Oh man, I'll tell you how I became like a math wizard when I got a ghetto pass out of high school in math. Yeah, I failed math in high school. They just passed me. But I was like a math wizard when I got to college. Who'd have thought? But anyway, it was the same thing. And it was just a practice. But anyway, so fast forward, oh no, what we did was we got private lessons. For piano and trumpet, for trumpet primarily, but then may as well do piano at the same time. So it'd be, I think, an hour piano or an hour trumpet, an hour piano. Anyway, so she's got a lot of practice. I think it once a week or twice a week, something like that. Private lessons and then practice at the band. So it's a lot and then she practiced at home a lot. And I remember one time we had this little bay window in the front of the house where it overlooks, we lived on a cul-de-sac, so all the kids would be out riding bicycles. You don't see that too much anymore. And I live in Southern California. Oh man, you drive through a residential neighborhood on a Saturday, no kids outside. Our little cul-de-sac, man, kids riding bicycles, climbing trees, skateboards, all of that. Beautiful experience for the kids. But she would be she was one day sitting there practicing her trumpet, and she was having a really, really hard time. I can tell, because she was starting over and over, like making mistakes and then having to start over. And then she put the trumpet down and she was looking over her piano outside and the kids were playing, and she said, "Daddy, I sure wish I could be out there playing with them." And then I had to remind her, when they're in the audience, you're going to be on the stage, and there's a price to pay for that, and you're paying the price now. So you need to get your practice, baby girl, or do you want to be in the audience when the recital happens? So she practiced. And let's see. Yeah. Oh, maybe my little notes might help. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and got to do some cool things too. She participated, their band, it was called A Desire to Praise. It was, I guess, the band leader, he created the band out of a bunch of local little private Christian schools, because they couldn't support their own band. I mean, they just don't have the numbers, the infrastructure or whatever. So his band was composed of a bunch of kids from different private schools within different age, similar age categories, and they would all come together when they had performances. And so they did one performance at Universal Studios. That was a blast. They got out there in the real world and did their thing. And then what was it? Oh, they did the Lancaster, California, in the Antelope Valley. They did the Lancaster. It was either, I don't remember what, they have a Christmas parade or a New Year's parade, but it was either one or the other. The Christmas, I don't know whichever one it was. They had a float, and they got to do their little thing on the parade, and then a couple other little performances, I believe. But anyway, she's out there doing her thing, playing trumpet. The only little girl out there playing trumpet. Sorry about this. Just got something on my glasses. But oh, let me look at my notes. See, I gotta practice more. Oh, all right. So we get to the end of this thing. So it was toward the end of the school year, and they were going to do a school recital. And so she got all dolled up. All the kids were, all beautiful and magnificent. And I think Mom did the hair that night, because Dad did the hair. She doesn't feel as beautiful because I don't do it as good. But I think she was having one of those spectacular feeling days. And so we're all here at the little school at the little recital thing. And the band played well. The kids were magnificent. The audience was great. And then her band leader made an announcement. We're going to give you a special presentation, yada, yada. And it was a total surprise to us. Me and Mom, we were like, I didn't know what was coming. And I don't think so. Yeah. But anyway, he brought my daughter forward, our daughter. And she got up on the stage and she had the only solo of all of the kids in the band. She got the solo. And she went up there and did the I forgot the name of that song, Baby Girl, but it was a beast. It was a beast. And I'd heard little pieces of it, and that was the same song she was having trouble with. She got up there and blew that thing. I mean, she just tore it up. And she even made an error, and she didn't even let it, she just rolled right on through it. And I was so proud. I couldn't imagine. I'm thinking, my goodness, and I'd heard little pieces of it, but to hear it, when that girl stopped playing the trumpet, every individual in the audience got up out of their seat. They were compelled. It was so magnificent. Stood up, and it was just the biggest. I couldn't help it. I was about to ready to jump up, that kind of a thing. But anyway, the band leader came back out, Mr. B, and he made the announcement. He said that, what you just heard was, and this is the first time this has ever happened, what you just heard was her play her test song in front of you to be placed in the advanced band. She started in the beginners and she wanted to quit, because she's the only girl in trumpet. All the boys are better than her, and she doesn't feel like she can keep up. The more you practice, the better you get. The better you get, the more you like it. The more you like it, the more you want to practice. The more you want to practice, the more you practice. The more you practice, the better you get. The better you get, the more you like it. Bing, bada, boom. Something like that. And here she is on, oh man, that was one of the most. And so here I am with my harmonica, and I bought a set of harmonicas several years ago, and I would keep them in my pocket, and I would, because I have one, but I can't play a song with this thing. I've not actually disciplined myself to learn, because when I try, this is the first thing that I'm working on right now, just this. How long do I have to go to be able to play a song? The more you practice, the better you get. I understand that, because that's what I said. But now I'm actually having to remember the example that my daughter gave to me and everyone else. So I want to finish this, I think. Let's see, do I have anything else? Oh, yeah. Your hard work will pay off. You will get the solo. Since I've shared this story, I've since shared this story over the years with others. Now I'm encouraged by your example. That's the truth. I don't know how many people I've shared that little story with. They're like, oh, wow, and encouraged. And so here I am with this trumpet thing and all of this, and well, I'm encouraged. I love you, and that'll never change. Thank you for sharing that with me in life, sweet girl. And for all of you daughters out there, and people in general, the more you practice, the better you get. The better you get, the more you like it. The more you like it, the more you'll want to practice. The more you want to practice, the more you'll actually practice. The more you actually practice, the better you get. You see? So, I don't know. It's called pocket change. Just put it in your pocket. One day, you might need to spend it. Anyway, I've done my video. Get down, get down, get down. All right, you guys take care. Bye-bye.